Viewers, happy Monday. It's your boy, CB Money, coming at you from the Financial Daredevils YouTube channel, where we discuss everything finances. Please note, viewers, that the views and opinions expressed in these videos are our views and opinions of the market only. You shouldn't trade based off them. Now, with that being said, let's dive into my Robinhood portfolio. As you can see, at time of recording, I currently have $44,792.99. Over $655 today. Loving it. Green Day. Can't complain. Diving into my individual holdings, we can see I start off with Apple, ticker AAPL. Love Apple. Not much to say about them that you already don't know. I will tell you that analysts have a price target of a high of 370 with a low of 155, and they pay their dividend in February, May, August, and November. Next, we dive into the Realty Income, ticker O, one of my personal favorites. This is a special company, folks. They've paid their dividend every month consecutively for the last 25 plus years. 5-year chart's looking good. Analysts give the price target on this one of $84 with a low of 66. Next, we dive into Johnson & Johnson, ticker J&J. Currently trading at $131 right now and some change, which is below analyst targets for the low, so might be a good buying opportunity right now. Keep an eye on it. We have a high of 173 on this one with a low of 133, and they pay their dividend in February, May, August, and November. Next, we have one of my personal favorites, the Coca-Cola Company, ticker KO. Do I love me some Coca-Cola? You know I love even better than the taste is the price targets by the analysts with a high of $65 and a low of 44, and they pay their dividend in March, June, September, and December. Next, folks, we have Verizon, ticker VZ. Folks, telecom is a sector I would jump into now. Why? Because Verizon and companies like them and AT&T have been spending billions over the last years building up that 5G infrastructure and are going to recoup the rewards over the next decade to come with 5G. They currently have a price target of a high of 70 with a low of 55, and they pay their dividend in January, April, July, and October. Next, folks, we have Microsoft, ticker MSFT. Love me some Microsoft. Great company. Great balance sheets. Price targets on them is a high of 212 with a low of 170, and they pay their dividends in February, May, August, and November. Now we dive into CVS, ticker CVS. I live in a small town and I got about 25 different CVS's in my town, and I can't preach enough about how important diversification is. I've already hit tech, real estate, healthcare, consumer staples, telecom, and now I'm back into healthcare, but in a different aspect of the healthcare sector. CVS has a high price target of 83 with a low of 62, and they pay their dividend in January, April, July, and October. Next, we jump onto aerospace and defense company Northrop Grumman, ticker NOC. Folks, aerospace and defense is always a safe play, especially when you look at the United States defense budget sitting at a whopping $710 billion. And look at that 5-year chart. Straight slope up. Price targets on NOC is $455 for a high with a low of $337, and they pay their dividend in March, June, September, and December. Next, we're diving into Exelon, ticker EXC. Folks, it's important to have utility in your portfolio. It always smooths out rough times. Exelon specializes in nuclear energy, which can't hurt with everyone focused on cutting emissions. They have a high of 61 with a low of 39, and they pay their dividend in February, May, August, and November. Next, we jump into McDonald's, ticker MCD. Loving me some McDonald's. You know what I love in me anymore? Is their price targets for the high of 245 and a low of 165. They pay their dividend in March, June, September, and December. Next, we jump on to e-commerce giant Alibaba, ticker BABA. For those that aren't aware, this is the Chinese version of Amazon. I can't preach how important it is to have some exposure in Chinese companies, especially in the coming years. And that 5-year chart is just beautiful to look at. Beautiful, beautiful. One of my favorite companies in my portfolio. They have a high of analysts of a 310 with a low of 230. They do not pay a dividend, but I'm hanging on to them for their growth potential. Next, we'll jump back into utilities with Dominion Energy, ticker D. As you know, earlier before I talked about Exelon, which specializes in nuclear. Dominion is more oil, natural gas, electric. Always good to mix it up. The price targets on them is a high of 96 with a low of 40, and they pay their dividends in March, June, September, and December. Folks, next we're diving into Boeing, ticker BA. I know they've been getting beat up in the news a lot lately, but I love Boeing. I think it's a great long-term play, and especially at this price, you're getting it at a steep discount. Watch it over the next few weeks. It may go lower. We'll see how that plays, but definitely a good long-term play. Current price targets on them is a high of 375 with a low of 95, and their dividend is currently suspended, but it's expected to come back in the future once they stabilize their cash situation. Next, we're diving into Procter & Gamble, ticker PG. Folks, I want you to pause the video for 1 second. Go into your bathroom. You probably have 5 different products made by Procter & Gamble. They make everything from shampoo, the toothpaste, the mouthwash. They have a high price target of 143 with a low of 117, and they pay their dividend in March, June, September, and December. Next, we're diving into the Colgate Company, ticker CL. If you've brushed your teeth once, you've heard of Colgate. And their price targets are a high of $91 with a low of $58, and they pay their dividend in March, June, September, and December. Next, we're diving into one of my personal favorites, Walmart, ticker WMT. I call it one of my personal favorites because I find myself in there at least once a day. Rock solid company, great dividend too, 52 cents per share, and they have a high price target of 140 with a low of 117, and they pay their dividend in February, May, August, and November. Next, we dive into Pepsi, ticker PEP. I know I was building up Coke before, but the fundamentals on Pepsi go down so much smoother. They have a high price target of 164 with a low of 125, and they pay their dividend in March, June, September, and December. Next, we dive into my 4 index funds. Pepsi was the last individual stock that I own currently. The next are 4 index funds. These are 4 Vanguard funds that I use just to smooth out my portfolio a little more as far as diversification. The first one we have is Vanguard's Growth Fund, ticker MGK. In this, think Google, Amazon, Apple. Those are the kind of holdings in this. And they pay their dividend in March, June, September, and December. Next, we have Vanguard's Dividend Appreciation Fund, ticker VIG. This is, think more companies along the line of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Kimberly-Clark. Companies that don't really fluctuate too much but pay their solid dividend. And they pay their dividend in March, June, September, and December. Next, we have Vanguard's International Fund, ticker VYMI. This has holdings of 900 different international companies that have low volatility but pay a solid dividend. And they pay their dividend in March, June, September, and December. And finally, folks, we have Vanguard's Real Estate Fund. You got to have a little real estate exposure in your portfolio. Must have. These 4 index funds will give you as much exposure as you want to the world market. If you want to add a little more in there, you can add a bond fund if you'd like. But this one is a solid one. I love it. And they pay their dividend in March, June, September, and December. Well, folks, that wraps it up. Thank you for watching the video, and please like and subscribe. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. We'll be posting videos daily here at the Financial Daredevils channel. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day.